Good morning, all. Myself, Kalai Chelvi, working as Assistant Professor Selection Grade 1 in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Erode Sengundar Engineering College. So, in previous video, we have covered the gate level minimization. In that, we have covered the topics of K-maps. We have completed the K-map, 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, 4 variable K-map and 5 variable K-map. In this video, we are going to continuing with the same unit, gate level minimization. In this video, we are going to cover the topic product of sum simplification and how to use the don't care conditions in the K-map and NAND implementation and NOR implementation. So these are the topics we are going to cover in this video. First, we'll see the topic product of sum simplification. So in previous video we have discussed the K-map, all K-maps we have discussed. In that the function, final Boolean function we have obtained is in the form of sum of product form. Now we are going to see how we are going to obtain the product of sums. So normally we have marked the given min terms in the problem in the K-map as 1. But here we are going to mark the given min terms as zeros. Right? So we will see if we mark the empty squares by zeros rather than ones and combine them into valid adjacent squares, we obtain the complement of the function f dash. We we have to use the De Morgan's theorem so that we can get the product of sum. So instead of plotting the ones in the K-map, we have to plot the values as zeros and we have to make the possibility of combination as we discussed in the previous video. And finally, we have to write the Boolean function as f dash, and that f dash have to be used with the De Morgan's theorem so that we can able to obtain the Boolean function f. So here is an example. Simplify the Boolean function in sum of products and product of sums. The problem given is f of a, b, c, d equal to summation of 0, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10. So see, first for sum of product simplification, we have to go with the normal way. That is, we have to plot the given min terms as 1. Plot the given min terms as 1. So actually the min terms given are 0, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10. So see here 0, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10. So all these min terms are given. This have to be plotted as 1 and we have to go with the normal mapping grouping and we can obtain the product term. So this is sum of product simplification. But for product of sum simplification, so what we have to do is, so what are the min terms which are not given? See here, so the left out min terms 0, 1, 2, 5, 8, 9, 10 or the given min terms. The min terms other than these min terms have to be plotted as 0. See here, all the remaining min terms are plotted as 0 and we have to go with the possibilities of mapping. So here zeros are plotted here. Here this is a possibility of quad and this is a possibility of quad and this is also a possibility of quad. So three quads are obtained here so that we can write the Boolean function as f dash. F dash is equal to ab plus cd plus bd dash. So by applying De Morgan's theorem, that is by taking complement on both sides. So we have to take the complement on both sides, left side and right side. We have to take complement so that we can get f is equal to a dash plus b dash into c dash plus d dash into b dash plus d. So this is the product of sum we have obtained. Okay, so for the min terms which are not given in the problem, so listen, we have to consider that if the problem is given as summation, then we have to consider the min terms which are not given in the problem. So we have to consider the min terms which are not given in the problem, that have to be plotted as 0, and as usual we have to make the mapping, and we have to write the product term. While writing the product term, we have to consider the boolean function as f dash, and taking complement on both sides, we can able to obtain the product of sum. Okay, so if suppose the boolean function is given as pi instead of summation, if it is given as pi, then we have to consider the minterms given in the boolean function. Okay, if it is summation, we have to consider the minterms which are not present in the function. Okay, so if it is pi, if it is directly given as product of max terms form, if it is the problem is given as pi, and we have to consider the minterms which are given in the boolean function. For the minterms given in the boolean function, we have to plot as zeros. We have to plot as zeros, and we have to write the answer as f dash, and we have to take complement on both sides, and we can able to obtain the product of sum. Okay, so be careful that and be remember that if the problem is given as summation, what are the minterms we have to consider? The minterms not present in the problem, the minterms not given in the boolean function have to be plotted as zeros in the k map, and we have to find the boolean function. Okay, so if the problem is given as pi, we have to consider the minterms given in the boolean function. We have to consider the minterms given in the boolean function. For these minterms, we have to plot the values as 0, and we have to write the boolean function. Okay, so remember the difference. Okay, so what have to be done if pi is given, what have to be done if summation is given. Okay, then this is a gate implementation, that is we have obtained the circuit diagram for the boolean function which is derived here. So for the SOP we have drawn the circuit diagram, and for the POS also we have drawn the circuit diagram. So this is normal implementation. So for the product term we have to use the AND gate. So for the product term we have used the AND gate, and for the sum terms we have to use the OR gate. Okay, this is the gate implementation. That is we have to draw the circuit diagram for the Boolean function which we have obtained, that is gate implementation. So next is exchange minterms and max terms. So that we have discussed in the previous slide. So for sum of minterms, we have to go with summation of 1, 3, 4, 6. That is what are the values in the output column is considered as 1. Those minterms have to be considered here. And for product of max terms, the output column consists of zeros. Those corresponding minterms have to be considered. Okay, and in other words we can say we have to represent ones. We have to represent ones in the K map if it is min term. Okay, for min terms and all we have to represent 1, and for max terms we have to represent as 0. Okay, so this is the thing which we have discussed in the previous slide itself. Next is don't care condition. So don't care. What is don't care? We don't bother about that min term. Don't care. So if whenever it is necessary, we have to include that don't care in the Boolean function. While simplification of Boolean function, whenever the don't care is necessary, we can include that. If it is not necessary, we should not consider that. Okay, whenever we are considering that that normally the don't care conditions are represented with the value x. In K-map, so far we have discussed the plotting of values as either 1 or 0. Okay, so when the don't care conditions are introduced, so that the cell value can be plotted as x. So x takes the value either 0 or 1. Either 0 or 1. When the don't care condition is going to be included in the mapping, then it can be considered as 1. If it is not included in the mapping, then it is considered as 0. Okay, so x is the representation of don't care. So this don't care takes the value either 0 or 1. So when it is included, it can be considered as 1. When it is not included, it can be considered as 0. Okay, so here we will see an example. F of simplify the Boolean function f of w x y z equal to summation of 1 3 7 11 15 with don't care conditions d of w x y z equal to summation of 0 to 5. So here 0 to 5 are the don't care conditions. Okay, so the normal true functions have to be plotted as 1. The min terms for the true functions have to be plotted as 1. See here 1, 3, 7, 11, 15. So 1, 3, 7, 11, 15. These min terms are plotted as 1 and the don't care condition 0 to 5 or the don't care condition. So that min term have to be plotted as x. So after plotting that, we have to follow the same procedure as usual. We have to go with the conditions of mapping. For if it is a 4 variable K map, then we have to go with the first possibility of mapping as 16 adjacent cells. If we have the 16 adjacent cell, then we can write the answer Boolean function as 1. So if we don't have the possibility of 16 adjacent cell, then we can go with the checking of the combination of octet. 8 adjacent cell is octet. After that we can check with the quad possibility, that is 4 adjacent cell. After that pair possibility, that is 2 adjacent cells, and finally we can go with the single cells, single squares. Okay, so here we have to check with the possibilities. So here we are having a quad possibility and here also we are having a quad possibility. See here, for this quad all the cells are plotted as 1, so no problem. And for this one and this one, actually normally if we plot this, it can be considered as pair only. Okay, so when we are including the don't care, so this pair can be considered as quad. Okay, so to minimize the terms, we can consider the don't care min terms. Okay, so instead of this pair, when we are including this don't care, this becomes a quad. Okay, so in such a way that we have to include the don't care conditions whenever it is necessary, in order to minimize the number of input variables and the number of components of the circuit. Whenever it is necessary, whenever the don't care is necessary, we can include that. Okay, so by including this don't care, so which are the don't care min terms we are considering here? 0 and 2. Okay, 0 and 2 is considered here, so that we can make a quad possibility. So 2 quads are there. So for this we can write the answer as for this quad it is yz, and for this quad it is w dash x dash. So our function is, our Boolean function is f is equal to yz plus w dash x dash. Okay, this is one way of mapping and this is one answer. Okay, another way of mapping is, so this is a normal quad, the same as this one. Okay, this is no problem. And for the quad, this quad, so we have plotted a quad here, we have make a quad here, we have mapped a quad here, that is represented as w dash x dash. So instead of this quad, we can include this don't care and make this as quad. This is also a correct answer. This is also a correct solution. So this is another quad. Okay, so for this problem we are having two solutions. One is by considering the don't care 0 and 2, we can get the product term as w dash x dash, and if we are considering the min term 5 and we are including the min term 5 in this, so this makes a quad, and for this quad we can have the product term as w dash z. Okay, yz is common for this, and this also the yz is common, so we are getting the different terms by considering the don't care terms. Okay, so this is depending upon the problem we can get the solution. So whenever needed we can include the don't care condition. If it is not needed, it is not necessary to include. So see here it is not necessary, this don't care is not included, and in this simplification these don't care is not necessary. Okay, so what are the don't cares we want, we can include, so that the number of input variables and the number of the components should be reduced. Next is NAND and NOR implementation. So we all know that NAND gate and NOR gate is said to be the universal gate. With the help of this NAND and NOR gate, whatever the circuit can be converted or can be implemented with NAND gate and NOR gate. So it is easy to convert the NOT and OR into this NAND and NOR representation. So NAND gate is a universal gate because any digital system can be implemented with it. So an AND gate is an universal gate. Any system can be, any digital system or any gates can be represented or it can be implemented with NAND gate or NOR gate. So NAND gate can be used to express the basic gates NOT and OR. So these things can be represented with the help of the NAND gate. So these are the representation. With this we can represent the NOT gate, AND gate and OR gate. Okay. So normally NOT gate it consists of only one input. So this NOT gate can be represented as NOT gate like this, and AND gate can be represented like this. That is an AND gate, and after that this is a NOT gate. This becomes an AND gate. So you can have a doubt, we are having only a NOT gate here, how comes it becomes a NAND gate? So this NOT gate can be constructed like this. This is using this like this NAND gate we can have this NAND gate. And OR gate can also be implemented. OR gate can also be implemented with NAND gate. It is represented like this. Okay, so these are the logic operations with NAND gates. And what are the two graphic symbols for NAND gate? Normally we all know that the NAND gate takes the symbol like this. So this is a 3 input NAND gate. So AND gate followed by an inverter is NAND gate. So we all know this. And another symbol is there that is used to represent the NAND gate, that is said to be invert OR gate. Invert OR gate, that is a bubble have to be included before the OR gate so that it becomes an invert OR gate. So this invert OR gate is another symbol of NAND gate. Okay. So we can place a bubble, that is a NOT symbol, in each input and apply the De Morgan's theorem. Then we can get the Boolean function in NAND gate. So here actually this can be represented as if so the for this symbol there is no problem. So for the 3 input NAND gate the expression is like this, x, y, z the whole dash. Whereas for invert OR, so how this invert OR becomes NAND gate? See here, invert OR is we have to put a bubble followed by an OR gate. Okay, this is AND invert. AND invert is AND gate followed by an bubble, that is inverter. For invert OR gates, that is the bubbles are followed by OR gate. So here the 3 inputs x, y, z. So this have to be considered as x dash plus y dash plus z dash. So by applying De Morgan's theorem, this can be written as xyz the whole dash. So this equation, this Boolean function is similar to this one. So this is said to be an NAND gate. This symbol is said to be an NAND gate. So this is implemented with invert OR symbol. So normal NAND gate is AND invert symbol, and it is possible to have the NAND symbol by using this invert OR gate. Here is an example. So here is an example. Consider the Boolean function f is equal to ab plus cd. So in the normal implementation, normal logic diagram for this Boolean function is this one. ab, this have to be connected to the a and b is connected to the AND gate, and cd is connected to another one AND gate. The output of the AND gate is connected to the input of OR gate. So this is the circuit for this Boolean function, right? So this is AND OR circuit, and we can convert this to NAND gate. The whole circuit can be implemented with NAND gate. So for this, what we are doing is the AND gate symbol is converted to NAND gate, and the OR gate symbol is converted to invert OR, right? AND is converted to NAND, OR is converted to invert OR. And we check with this bubble. So if you are having a double bubble, and this can be compensated, okay, and we can say this symbol is NAND gate, these two symbols are NAND gate, and this is also equivalent to a NAND gate, so that is represented here. Okay, so this is the way we can implement the normal Boolean function, that is AND OR circuit, can be implemented with NAND gate. So next we are having the steps. With the help of these steps, we can convert a multi-level AND OR diagram to an NAND circuit. Okay, so to convert a multi-level AND OR diagram into an all NAND diagram using mixed notations, that is as follows. First step, convert all NAND gates, convert all AND gates to NAND gates with AND invert graphic symbol. AND gate can be converted to NAND gate with AND invert graphic symbol. And if we have OR gate, convert all the OR gates to NAND gates with invert OR graphic symbol. Okay, if you are having OR gate in the circuit, then that OR gate can be converted to NAND gate with the help of invert OR graphic symbol. And after drawing that symbol, we have to check all the bubbles in the diagram. For every bubble that is not compensated by another small circle along the same line, insert an inverter or complement the input literal. So we have to check with the bubbles in the diagram. If there are two bubbles, then we can say it gets compensated. See here in this previous diagram we have discussed this. So here is a bubble, here is a bubble. So for this two bubble, it gets compensated. Okay. So if it is not compensated like that, we have to add a small circle along the same line. If it is not compensated, we have to draw a small circle in the same line, or insert an inverter. Okay, so we can have a small circle, that is we can have an inverter, or otherwise we can complement the input literal. One way is adding inverter in the same input line, or otherwise we can make the input literal as complement one. So with this we can make the bubbles as compensated. So these are the steps we have to follow, and finally we can make the whole circuit and OR circuit into NAND gates. So here is an example. So for the function f is equal to a into cd plus b plus bc dash. So this function is implemented with AND OR gates. So AND gates, OR gates, or or used to draw the or to implement the Boolean function. So after drawing the normal circuit, that is with the help of AND OR gate, we are drawing the circuit. After drawing this, we have to convert. So first step, we have to convert the AND gate to NAND gate. That is, AND invert symbol have to be used here. And if you are having an OR gate, for OR gate we have to use invert OR symbol. Okay, in this way we have make the conversion. AND gates are converted as AND invert symbol, and OR gates are converted as invert OR symbols. So all the things is done here. And the next step, the third step, we have to check with the bubbles. See here, here is a bubble, here is a bubble. If you are having a double bubble, then it gets compensated. There is no problem, it gets compensated. Here also, here is a bubble, here is a bubble, this gets compensated. Here is a bubble and here is a bubble. So in the same line, the two bubbles are there, then it gets compensated. So if the double bubbles are not get compensated, see here, here is a single bubble, and here we don't have any bubble here. So we have to insert an inverter here. We have to use an include a NAND gate, or otherwise we have to make this input literal as complement one. See here, actually it is B, but it is represented as B dash here. Okay, so now seeing all the symbol, all these are NAND gates. So this is NAND implementation. All the symbols or all the normal AND gate or gate symbols are converted to NAND gates, right? So this in next step also we can have another step. So we can use the NAND diagrams here. So actually this inverter symbol is equivalent to NAND gate. So in the next step we can make this invert OR as NAND gate. So this invert OR also can be considered as NAND gate, so that the whole circuit is implemented with NAND gates only. So this is implementation of NAND gates. So next is NOR implementation. So what are the steps we have followed for NAND implementation that have to be followed for NOR implementation also. So for NOR operation, it is the dual of NAND operation. So we have to follow the opposite steps. All procedures and rules for NOR logic or the dual of NAND logic. So what are the steps we have followed in NAND operation, NAND implementation, that have to be considered as dual. Dual is opposite. Okay, so NOR gate is also an universal gate, as we already discussed. NAND gate and NOR gate or the universal gates. So with the help of these two gates we can implement all the circuits. So how this inverter, that is NOT gate, is converted to NOR gate? So this is the symbol. In this way we can convert this NAND gate to convert this NOT gate to NOR gate. Okay, and how we are converting this OR gate? How we are converting this OR gate to NOR gate? So this is representation. And also for AND gate. AND gate can also be implemented with NOR gate. As we discussed here, this is actually NOT gate. How this NOT gate becomes a NOR gate? So we can represent like this. So instead of this NOT gate, we can use a NOR gate here, so that the whole symbol, whole circuit represents the NOR implementation. So these are the logic operations with NOR gates. So next is what are the graphic symbols that can be used for NOR gate? That is the two graphic symbols for NOR gate. So here this NOR gate, we all know this representation of NOR gate. This is a 3 input NOR gate OR followed by a bubble. And this is also a NOR gate. This is invert AND gate. So invert AND gate, this is a NOT followed by AND gate. Okay, so this is the two graphical symbols for NOR gate. So we can place a bubble NOT in each input and apply a De Morgan's theorem so that we can able to get the Boolean function of NOR gate. So inputs X, Y, Z. So this X, Y, Z, when it is moving through this inverter symbol, it can be considered as X dash, Y dash, Z dash, X dash, Y dash, Z dash. So as it is giving as input to the AND gate, so it have to be represented as a dot. It is the product term X dash, Y dash, Z dash. And by applying the De Morgan's theorem, we can convert this expression to X plus Y plus Z the whole dash. So this is the normal expression of NOR gate. Okay, so this expression and this expression are equivalent, so that we can say this symbol and this symbol are equivalent. AND invert is equivalent to invert AND symbol. And these are the steps we have to follow to convert a multi-level AND OR diagram into an all NOR diagrams. So this is said to be a multi-level NOR circuits. To convert a multi-level AND OR diagram into an all NOR diagram, we have to using with some mixed notations are used. That is all the combinations AND gate, OR gate, NOT gate are used there. So we can convert that to an NOR gate by following the steps. What are the steps? First, convert all OR gates to NOR gate. OR gate have to be converted to NOR gate with OR invert symbol. OR invert symbol can be used to convert the OR gates to NOR gates, and convert all AND gates to NOR gate with invert and graphic symbols. AND gate have to be converted to NOR gate with the help of invert and graphic symbol. And we have to check all the bubbles in the diagram. For every bubble that is not compensated by another small circle along the same line, can either insert an inverter, or we can make the complement of the input literal, so that the whole AND OR diagram can be converted to as NOR diagram. So this is an implementation of NOR gate. Here is the Boolean function. This Boolean function can be implemented with only NOR gates. Actually, if for a NOR implementation, if we are having the Boolean function in the form of product of sum, then it can be easy to convert that AND OR circuit to NOR implementation. Or otherwise, we can compensate the bubbles in the 4 inputs. So for this expression, we are having 4 inputs, and it is necessary to complement the corresponding input literal. So we have to make the complement, and we have to use the invert AND symbol. This gives the NOR gate. And if you are having a product term, so that product term can be represented with invert AND symbol by making the input literal as complement 1. By making the input literal as complement 1. So this is one way of representation. And another easy way, if we have the product of some Boolean function, then it can be very easy to implement with NOR gate. If suppose if it is given with sum of product, then for the invert AND symbol, that is the product term have to be represented with invert AND symbol. How it can be done is, it have to be done by complementing the input literal. Okay, so if you are making the complement of the input literal, then that means that there is no change. So actually this is AB dash. So AB dash, see here input is A dash, and it is if it is gets complemented, then we can have A alone, and B is the input B, and we are making complement, this becomes B dash. Actual product term we have obtained here. Okay, A B dash can be obtained here by making the inputs as complement. Input as complement. Then only it have to be represented with invert AND gate. So this invert AND gate is equivalent to this NOR gate. So the whole finally the whole diagram is whole circuit is implemented with NOR gate. Alright, so that's all. In this video we have discussed about the product of sum simplification and don't care conditions and implementation of NAND gate and NOR gates. Thank you.